Once upon a time, in a beautiful village surrounded by thick forests and tall mountains, there was a famous woodcutters competition. Woodcutters from many nearby villages came to take part in it. Some were strong, some were fast, and some were known for their experience. The villagers gathered in large numbers to watch the competition. Everyone was excited to see who would become the champion woodcutter of the year. The competition continued for several rounds. One by one, many woodcutters were defeated. Some became tired too quickly, or lost their rhythm. Finally, after many rounds, only 2 woodcutters were selected for the final competition. One was a young man full of energy, strength, and confidence. His body was strong, his arms were powerful, and his face showed complete belief. The other was an old woodcutter. He had spent many years in the forest. His hair had turned gray, but his eyes were calm and steady. The rule was simple. Both would be given separate areas in the deep forest. They had to cut down as many trees as possible in one day. On the day of the final, the whole village gathered near the forest. The young woodcutter came forward with great confidence as villagers cheered. Then the old woodcutter was announced. As he slowly came forward, some villagers whispered, "How can this old man compete with such strength?" The young woodcutter also smiled, thinking, "How did this old man even reach the final? Today, I will easily defeat him." But the old woodcutter remained calm. He simply held his axe firmly and waited for the competition to begin. Soon, the signal was given. The young woodcutter immediately ran into his part of the forest and started cutting trees with full force. He worked with great speed. One tree fell, then another. Sweat started flowing down his face, but he did not stop. In another part of the forest, the old woodcutter also began. He was not as fast, but every strike was steady, careful, and meaningful. The forest was quiet, and the sound of wood being cut traveled far. The young woodcutter kept working without pause. After some time, he noticed something. The sound of the old woodcutter's axe had stopped. The young man smiled. He thought, "The old man is tired already. He has started taking rest. This competition is mine." He worked even harder. This happened many times throughout the day. Every hour, the old woodcutter seemed to stop working. The young man's confidence increased. He thought, "I am young. I have stamina. I will not stop, even for a moment." His hands began to ache, and his shoulders became heavy. His axe slowly started losing its sharpness. But he did not pay attention. He believed hard work alone would make him the winner. By evening, the competition ended. The young woodcutter looked at his pile of trees. He was exhausted, his clothes soaked in sweat. At the ceremony, the young woodcutter stood proudly. Beside him stood the old woodcutter, who looked surprisingly calm and less tired. Then the winner was announced. The villagers became silent, and the winner was the old woodcutter. The young woodcutter was shocked. "How's this possible? I heard you stop every hour. I worked continuously. How did you win?" The old woodcutter smiled gently. "Every hour I did stop, but I was not taking rest. I was sharpening my axe. While you kept cutting with a blunt axe, I took time to sharpen mine. Every time I returned, my axe cut deeper and faster." The young man looked at his own axe. Its edge was dull. Suddenly, he understood. He worked harder, but the old man worked wiser. In our life, no matter how energetic you are, strength alone is not enough. If your tool becomes blunt, your effort becomes less effective. Many people work day and night, but forget to sharpen their own axes. They ignore their health and stop learning. But success comes from smart work. Sharpening your axe means taking care of your body, refreshing your mind, and learning new skills. Rest is not a waste of time. It gives you strength to work better. Improving your skills is the key that makes your effort more powerful. So, do not only keep working blindly, take time to improve yourself. Because in life, the true winner works with wisdom and preparation.